What can you expect in today's show? We're talking about voice acting, looking at retro video game tech, and you'll be playing a game of spot the terrible hair and makeup continuity. Alright, come on. Look, we filmed on separate days. Roll the titles. Today's episode is sponsored by MKLife Insurance. MKLife, we've got you covered. Welcome back, gaming aficionados, as we pry open another crate full of fun here at the Games Vault. On today's show, all the gaming news that's fit to print, or, talk about from the past week, and a chat with our special guest voice actor Kelly Baskin. And just a cringy but obligatory reminder, if you've been enjoying the Vault, please remember to like, follow, share, and subscribe, or we'll all be fired. Games Vault TV is the handle. No pressure. Hi, I'm Joe from MKLife Insurance. When I realized that combatants in the Six Realms had no life insurance coverage, I wondered, why hasn't anyone thought of this before? I saw an opportunity to provide people with a much-needed service. MKLife offers a broad range of insurance products for home, vehicle, personal possessions, as well as life and illness coverage. For example, here's our client Scorpion. Because Scorpion is undead, technically a hellspawn specter capable of resurrection, he is ineligible for life cover, but that doesn't mean he's on his own. MKLife were able to protect his home from damage caused by hellfire and acid baths. Oh, and that paid for his wife's new curtains. Life insurance doesn't need to be scary. Let me show you just how helpful it can be during those difficult times. This claim was filed by the family of my client Katana. She had a terminal illness policy with us. Her sister Melina sent us some footage. I think it's a family picnic or something. Let's take a look. What could possibly justify slaughtering your next of kin at a barbecue? Melina ripped Katana's throat out with her teeth! But this is taking sibling rivalry to a whole other level. I don't know what to say. Just give me a minute. Unfortunately, Katana was insured for terminal illness, and that doesn't qualify as an illness. Although it was certainly terminal. So, regretfully, we won't be able to pay out on this policy. All we can do is extend our deepest sympathy to Katana's family. Her vicious, murderous family. But that doesn't mean we can't help you, I think. So, come talk to us today at MKLife. At MKLife, we got you covered. Just within reason. Not with that. Thanks, Joe. Get well soon. What was he expecting? Did not do the research. Now, let's get started with this week's gaming news roundup, shall we? Play the titles! Fancy going to a concert without even leaving your couch, needing to get dressed up or stop playing video games at the same time? Then this weekend's Fortnite Rift Tour event has got you covered. From today right through to late on Sunday, there are a series of gigs in the Party Royale mode starring Ariana Grande in a dimension-hopping, show-stopping, in-game celebration. The pop star is delighted to take part, stating in a press release, "Working with Epic and the Fortnite team to bring my music to life inside the game has been so much fun and such an honour." The glimpses of an Ariana-themed player model suggests that a character skin will accompany the event. So if you've ever wanted to live out your dreams of being a pop star, trapped in an endless CGI war, surrounded by pancake cowboys and banana-shaped assassins who celebrate your execution with a floss, then this is your weekend, boo! Let's check in with the Avengers. God, I wish. No, those are the good ones. No, but that one is amazing. Seriously, the first 2 full seasons are on Disney+. You really should give them a watch. Okay, I'm not even sure if the majority of our viewers will get that reference, but it's actually a really good... Oh, bollocks, here they are. Yep, we have some updates for Square Enix's so far mostly disappointing superhero live service. The free Black Panther expansion, War for Wakanda, arrives on August 17th with a special War Table live event taking place on August 16th to get players ready. But despite the, frankly, incredible cinematic trailer for the expansion, will the inclusion of Ulysses Claw and more drone enemies actually save this game? I adored the main story mode for the most part, but endless hallways of boring aim robots and the same 2 supervillains in nearly a year have killed my enthusiasm. Maybe King T'Challa can win me back. And with the upsurge in new PC players thanks to last weekend's free access period for the game, perhaps we will see the redemption for Marvel's Avengers after all.
Look at me now, count me down. So give me the crown. They say I walk like a king, talk like a king. You can act around.
And lastly, do you ever game and eat at the same time? I can't do it. I get worried about leaving messy fingerprints all over my D-pad, and no one needs a greasy joystick. Maybe that's why Sony stepped in to halt the McDonald's DualSense controller from seeing the light of day. To celebrate the fast food favourite's 50th anniversary down under, the Australian branch of Mickey D's promised to give away this bizarre PS5 accessory until Sony stepped in, and the organisers backtracked, claiming no affiliation with Sony PlayStation, that this image was merely a mock-up and was never meant to be publicly released. And yet, if they had no intention to give them away, why now are their 50th anniversary plans delayed as a result of this mix-up? Me thinks there's a landfill full of burger-covered controllers somewhere down there right now. Or they could just pulp them and use them in the nuggets, and we'd all still eat them. And that's the news. Now you're fully prepped. You may know the voice of our next guest from her roles in Genshin Impact and the anime series D4DJ. She is a tea lover and a dog mum, originally from Atlanta, Georgia, and now residing in LA. Please welcome Kelly Baskin. You have your own state-of-the-art studio in your home. Has that made work easier for you to do, or do you prefer acting opposite other actors and character actors in a sound environment?
Yes, I really love that I can literally work in my pajamas. You know, like I can roll out of bed and be like, all right, I am here, record, ready to go. So in that sense, it's been really great, especially during the pandemic. So many other people, I had a studio at home, but it wasn't where it is now. So I really got going and I was like, all right, what do I need to upgrade? What do I need to update? And how can I make my studio better since I will be working from home more?
Speaking of sort of overcoming difficulties and hurdles, you endured a voice actor's worst nightmare a while back when you got a serious vocal injury. How did that affect you? How long did it take to recover? And what precautions have you taken since?
Honestly, it was one of the worst times of my life. And it lasted years. I didn't know that I was injured for a while. I thought I was just tired. I thought I was just sick. So I put off going to the ENT. When I finally went, they were like, you have nodes. And whenever I say that, people are like pitch perfect. And I'm like, sure, like pitch perfect.
That makes it easier for you to picture, sure.
It honestly took, I want to say a good 5 years before I was 100% better. But I will have to say that there was a silver lining because I got into voiceover because I couldn't sing anymore. I was like, well, if I can't talk, I'll take some writing classes. And then when I could speak, I was like, well, everyone's talked about voiceover. So I might as well do something while I'm biding my time waiting to sing again. And then I took some voiceover classes and now here I am. So I can't say that nodes ruined my life because it just changed my path.
What one door closed, another opened, and there's a new journey was born out of something that could have been crushing, but you found a way to continue.
Yes, that sounds very hopeful. It took me a while to get to that hopeful place.
I can imagine, yeah. Would you prefer, say, a darker, grittier, more dense kind of storyline? Or do you prefer getting into the lighter-hearted, more energetic, preppy kind of stuff? I
tend to gravitate towards the lighter stuff because I think that's a little more aligned with who I am as a person. So I'm like, oh, look, a butterfly. And they're like, yeah, that was perfect. And I was like, wait, that was just my voice. I do really love to do those dark and evil characters because I think it's because I don't get to do a lot of it. But when I do, I'm like, yes, this is amazing. I get to be this crazy evil character. Okay.
Which of the characters you've voiced has been the most difficult to voice for, and why?
It might sound silly, but anytime I have to play a believable mom, does that make sense? I get you. Motherly and like a mom. But if you hear me right now, I don't sound like a mom. I sound like a teenager, because a lot of the times when you play a mom, they want you to have a very conversational tone, right? So like you have to be a believable mom. I can play fake moms all day. Like put on my like, oh, I'm from Wisconsin and I eat cheese curds. Like I that's what I like to do because I'm like, oh, that's super fun.
Big thanks to Kelly for that wonderful interview. She was great, wasn't she? Now, you may recall, dear viewers, that we recently made an appeal to you to send us photos of any retro games, consoles, or accessories that you have lying around. And what do you know? Quite a few of you have done exactly that. Thank you. You are the wind beneath our gaming wings. So the Games Vault curator wants to catalogue them for our archives. Now, he's a little, much, but he knows his stuff. So please welcome the Games Vault curator.
Icarus once dared fly too close to the sun and paid for his hubris with his life. But our next entry dared too little and quickly became nothing more than a gaping chasm of unfulfilled expectation, an indictment of disappointment and recrimination. And also cost way too much. Shall we? Join me now as I stroll through the halls, because I'm definitely strolling. This isn't me stood statically swaying from side to side on a green screen. Oh look, we've arrived. I've stopped now. Some of us fear whether or not our fate is truly in our own hands, but Pixel Chicks is stuck in a physical video game nightmare, guided only by the whims of a mad god. Or the lady who sent in this picture. What an incredible piece of work. Moving swiftly on, because my producer is prompting me in my earpiece to hurry this the hell up. Some believe that these devices were as dead as the perm, but just like your Aunt Hilda, some insist that they're still going strong. This Donkey Kong portable system is the ancient ancestor of the 3DS, but still has 3 times the battery life. Despair and darkness are constant companions in the retro gaming gallery, but there is little frightening or sad to say about this retrospective amusement. It brought joy and thrills to so many. Perhaps all we can do is lament the fact that such an object that once inspired euphoria now sits forgotten and neglected, collecting dust in a dark corner. But enough about my mother-in-law. Back to you. Burn.
Thank you to the Games Vault curator for that illuminating sample of our collective gaming psyche. Oh great, now I even sound like him. Thanks to all of you who sent us photos of your retro gaming lore. We really appreciate it. And we know there's a lot more out there, carefully being hoarded by sentimental gaming geeks like me. You know who you are. I'm speaking directly to you. So, snap a wistful photo of your guilty gaming secret or forgotten but much loved accessory. Gaming accessory, keep it on topic, nothing naughty. And send it to us on Twitter or tag us on Instagram. That's Games Vault TV for both. Time now for another round of 7th Planet Pick with our guest, Kelly Baskin. Kelly Baskin, you are flying through the stars on a rocket ship. You are soaring through the galaxy. Well done. Like, not many people get to do it in such a cool way. However, you're going to have a lot of free time up there in space. So, which games do you take with you and why?
My first game is going to be unconventional, but I'm going to bring Twister, the actual game. I know it's not a video game, but you got to stay flexible in space. You got to keep stretching. And then video games, I would take Mario Kart and Animal Crossing.
I'm sorry to report your ship has been pulled into the tractor beam-like aura of the 7th planet. Now your vessel is enveloped in its moistened dark folds. And you are stranded. You're there, you can't get out, but you can call for help. Who do you call, either real or fictional?
I think real, I'd call my husband because he knows all the tech stuff. And then fictional, if I'm in space, oh my goodness, fictional. Is it strange to say that I would call like Kirby because he could like get out there and like do stuff and like hang on to stuff? And does that make sense?
That makes sense. He could try and like eat the ship's way out of the rubble, like just open that mouth and just glomp it all down. That's entirely true. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you've got a coin flip. Who's coming with you, Kirby or the Mister?
You know, I think I would choose my husband.
Okay, your husband has made it out to space. Huzzah! He's going to save you, except his ship is made of the exact same materials, so the exact same problem happens. You are now both stranded inside the seventh planet. How do the
goodness.
games you've picked help you both survive?
Twister is going to keep me flexible, obviously, because I need my physical body to work for my mental mind to work. Mario Kart will keep me competitive and ruthless, right? And like figuring out different strategies. And Animal Crossing will help keep my observation skills sharp. So I can notice things that are wrong or, you know, different ideas or being resourceful. Like, oh, look, maybe we should save our fuel for this instead of doing this.
Plus, that you won't get into arguments just being the only two people, because there'll be a whole community of other characters to interact with. So...
Yes, exactly. We'll have neighbors, you know, we can talk to and have fights with.
Hi, it's Joe again from MKLife. So I did a little more research, and I think I discovered why no one has provided life insurance for the residents of these 6 realms before. You people, you have some serious unresolved anger issues. You know, violence doesn't have to be the only response to conflict. You could use your words. My sister and I had a big falling out the other year. Talked it through. Didn't punch each other into oblivion. Little dialogue goes a long way. I'm not here to lecture. I'm nothing if not innovative. So I had to rethink, and I made a few changes that I think will benefit everyone. So I'm proud and excited to announce that MKLife is the only insurance company in any of the 6 realms to offer mixed martial arts life insurance. That's right. Exclusively from MKLife, MMA combat sport insurance is now available to any and all fighters as they battle for supremacy. We cover injuries sustained in competition, during training, and also in day-to-day ordinary life. So you slip in the shower, break your arm, bam, you're covered. You're walking down the street, minding your own business, get hit by a car, bam, you are covered. You engage in the battle for your eternal soul against Shang Tsung. Bad example. As of now, we can't actually cover souls yet. But if he suspends you in midair and summons 2 undead to rip your skeleton from your flesh, bam, you're covered. The premiums are a little pricey, but hey, I've seen you guys in action. You need this. Your family needs this. So time to pony up the coins, hearts, time crystals, and soul fragments you've been hoarding. Forget about that new skin you've been looking at. Save the one you got. And now we offer pet insurance policies too. We will cover dragons. Is that a typo? No, that's a thing. So come on down to MKLife and tell them Joe sent you. At MKLife, we got you covered. Just so you know, I will not be handling any walk-in appointments anymore. I will exclusively be talking to you over Zoom. I'm not ready for face-to-face yet. Oh, God. Thanks, Joe, and good luck with your new business. Okay, fine. Let's be honest and cut to the chase. Obviously, MKLife is not an actual sponsor. None of our past sponsors are real sponsors. I hope I'm not shattering any illusions. No, Joel Miller does not own a daycare centre, which is probably a good thing. Raccoon City, while never dull, doesn't exist, which is also a good thing. And you've probably noticed that all of our ad presenters look suspiciously like the same guy. We're a new show. We're just starting out. We thought we'd have a mess around and do some skits and things like that, but we have real sponsors on the way. And also, if you are a genuine, legally registered real company looking to sponsor our show, get in touch. Don't be frightened by the fictional ones. If you want to get your product on so we can give it pride of place and shamelessly promote the daylight out of it, then we will do it, by Jove. And let's face it, who wouldn't want to hitch their advertising wagon to this gaming train? It's not a train. I just thought we should clear it up. Sorry to disappoint any of you who were looking to actually buy a vehicle from Johnny Cars. Well, folks, sadly, that's all we have time for this week. Thanks again to our special guest, Kelly Baskin, and to our not real sponsor, MKLife. You can keep up to date on all of our wares and goods via the socials, Games Vault TV. Keep those retro gaming gear photos coming. All are gratefully accepted without judgment. We'll be back soon with more treats and special guests, but until next time, this is Chris Johnson, sealing the vault for another week. Game on.